We are live. Yo, yo, yo. What is up, crypto world? Black blockchain investing. It is I, yet again, with the one, the only, Crypto Azzy. Miss
Hey,
Asmeret, how you doing?
I'm fabulous. I'm great. Had a
How was your
wonderful
weekend?
weekend. Had a relaxing weekend. Except one little thing, which I'll touch upon at some point.
Cool. Did you do anything special? Go anywhere? Visit any family, friends?
No, I mostly stayed home, but I did try and do a spot of shopping before, uh, a company called Visa got in the way. So,
Nice. All right, guys, if you're watching, please give us a like. Please give us a thumbs up, a share. We're going to talk cryptocurrency, where the market is right now. We're going to talk some fundamentals. We're going to talk some technicals. So we're going to talk all the good stuff. So please, if you're watching, if you're checking us out, give us a like, give us a share, say good morning. Don't be a social recluse, and let's get involved. Let's make this cool. All right. So, Asmeret, I know you talked about some things with Visa and some general things in crypto on the fundamental side. So, how are things looking? Give us your weekly, not necessarily report, but just what's going on out there.
hmm. Thank you, Yusuf. So, as I mentioned, this weekend I was trying to do a spot of shopping, but I was one of the millions that were caught up with the disruption. I'm not sure if you picked up the news regarding Visa payments. On the 1st of June, unfortunately, their system had crashed. So it left many people unable to make purchases. So they were doing their weekly shop and they literally could not. Some of them didn't have enough cash, had to leave their shopping on the ground and leave. Some people were caught up in the motorways and the freeways where you have the tolls, couldn't pay their, so they had traffic jams. So it's been interesting because with Visa, it's what some people say it's a reliable, trustworthy system. Global payments is being established for decades, and it's one of those situations where it highlights the need for alternative payments. So, in this context with cryptocurrencies, it actually was a blessing in disguise because with cryptocurrencies, it's not centralized, whereas payment providers, facilitators like Visa is, who, they're third party, they process all the payments between buyers and sellers. So it does also show that with cryptocurrencies, with it being peer-to-peer, decentralized, and all the other benefits, it's something where when situations like this happens, it'd be great if you can actually have a choice to pay with cryptos, so you're not stuck in whatever situation you're in. So it's affected a lot of people. They've now fixed the situation. They blamed one of their servers. So it is something which it just definitely helps the case. It definitely in our favor. So that's been interesting. You know what? As well, I'm not sure if you heard Mastercard are developing a blockchain with the distributed ledger technology on their side as well. Visa were working on something as well, but they they don't like to talk about it for obvious reasons. So it's interesting, this space. I'm not sure if you heard as well in previous news, Visa had shut down some crypto companies that were using Visa prepaid cards as well. So that's something which definitely over the long term, people will see how valuable having alternative decentralized payment systems will be.
Mm, mm. Very interesting. So we're talking about some real case studies where cryptocurrency could definitely alleviate the pains and the troubles and the hassles. So that's really interesting and really cool. So guys, give us a like, give us a share, comment. Good morning, people. Let's try to be engaging and interacting, and see where we can take this. So, was there any big news or big developments as far as the fundamental side on the cryptocurrency space? I know EOS made some headway. I know IOTA, there was some news under that. But anything on the fundamental side that's worth sharing?
Oh, yes, definitely. I'll start off with Bittrex. So, Bittrex has entered a partnership with New York-based Signature Bank. It was actually one of the triggers that pushed the market higher this weekend with the slight recovery. And basically, the deal, it allows customers to be able to buy cryptocurrencies with US dollars. Right now, they're just limiting it to corporate customers. They're trialing it out at the moment, but this is huge. As we know, since Bitcoin's inceptions, there was talk about how banks will react, how governments will react, and there's been skepticism and criticisms from the corporate, from the banking side. There's been limitations on customers being able to use their bank accounts, their checking accounts, to purchase cryptocurrencies, namely through Coinbase. So there's been some people that have had bank accounts being closed or severely limited or monitored. So this is like a precedence which is huge. And this is something which, if there's more partnerships with banks, with corporations, and on the financial side, this will help to drive up mainstream adoption. There'll be more confidence as well going in. So this is quite exciting. So with Bittrex as well, it's not just Bittrex, but other exchanges which are watching quite carefully as well to see how this develops. So it's great for the industry, not just Bittrex.
Okay, interesting. I know IOTA had some news, and maybe EOS had some news. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, so with EOS mainnet going live, it did obviously cause a pump in the price, and it's been expected. Actually, the security issues that they had before, that was fixed, so it didn't dent the expected launch. So that was great. Investors were happy. And actually, it pumped a little more than usual because they're saying it's quite unusual. Normally, the pump happens before any mainnet launches. But with EOS has been so highly anticipated, the migration from the Ethereum blockchain to their own native one. And basically, they're trying to become the alternative to Ethereum. So that's been great news. There's also been reports of manipulation of the price as well. So that was somewhat expected. So it was the higher price was slightly higher than the norm. But yes, it's one to watch long term as well as now. It's been doing well.
Yeah, that's interesting when you speak about the manipulation, because more specifically, what I heard was that the EOS, they moved, I believe it was, what was the exact number? Was it 200? Was it 2,000 Ethereums or 1,000 Ethereums? The point is, they moved a significant number of Ethereum onto the Bitfinex exchange, to their wallet. So basically, right on their mainnet, their launch, they basically was dumping Ethereum onto the market. And they did this in effort to obviously increase or bolster their price while potentially suppressing the price of Ethereum. So they did it very timely and strategically. And in my opinion, there may be some questions in regards to ethics there, how ethical that may have been. It's a little shady on EOS behalf. Does that undermine the project? I don't think so. Does it sour things a little bit? A little bit for me, because I believe EOS is beyond pumping and dumping. I don't think they're dumping. but I think they should be beyond these type of tactics. So I think it was pretty obvious, at the very, very least, extremely convenient in the timing that EOS would move so much Ethereum back onto the Bitfinex platform and exchange. So when you speak about manipulation, I think that's fair to say that they were manipulating the price for sure.
Mm.
Yep. What about IOTA? I heard something about IOTA over the weekend too. Do you know anything about that?
I think it's because they've got extra partnerships. I know one of them was a Nordic semiconductor and NTNU. So with the IoT and with the distributed ledger technologies, it's something that will definitely, it's extended their gains. So it's a huge project as well.
Got you. So what we're seeing is, even though we're in a corrective market based on certain news that you're finding out, fundamentals, that there's still potential for little pops that may take us a little bit outside of the realm of normalcy. So it's really interesting that we find a way to keep all that in balance and perspective, so that we understand when there's a pop versus when there's a true change in trend and direction. So I get that a lot. I hear that a lot. You know, Ethereum went down to like $500 and went back up to like 620, I believe. Right now it's around 580, 590. So we see we see these aggressive swings in crypto. So for the average investor, they're not sure if we're popping. They don't know if we're bouncing. They don't know if we're starting a new trend. So it could be a little confusing, especially when we see these type of news that comes out, and like EOS, for instance, when there's some price manipulation or evidence of potential price manipulation, when IOTA pops. So it can be very confusing or discerning to try to figure out what's really happening in the market. So, it's tough, and I really encourage people to try to have some type of game plan, some type of education basis, to where they say, okay, we're going long-term buying, or is this just a recovery and we're long-term selling?
Mm.
So that's pretty interesting. So you said it was EOS and IOTA was in the news. There was an exchange. Which exchange was that? Was that Bittrex or Bitfinex? He says exchange did something.
There was also the news in regards to Binance as well.
Binance.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you guys heard as well, but Binance is planning to they're planning a 1 billion investment fund. So it is the world's largest crypto exchange at the moment. So venture capitalists will be given a run for their money. This will help a lot of blockchain, excuse me, and crypto startups as well. So it's like a community influence fund. So this will be they'll be using the BNB, the Binance coin, to be able to help these startups fund themselves. So Binance, as you know, it's just been skyrocketing with adoption rates increasing year on year. So, and they're listing a lot of coins that end up mooning as well, quite high.
Awesome. Let me see if let me make sure I am able to see everybody in here. See, I don't know why on my computer. Oh, here we go. Here's everybody. See, guys, I didn't even see you guys commenting. Ito Woo, what's up? Crosstown, what's up? Marcellus, what's up? Banks. Ah, man, thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, Miss Sheree, how you doing? Erica. Hey, Lisa, what's up? Bodrick, what up? Hey, guys, I didn't even see. I don't know why it wasn't showing up on my laptop, but I'm seeing you guys. And man, it's really quiet in here. I wonder what's going on. Hey, Nisi, what's up?
Is everyone working, or is?
Yeah, how are you guys doing? Y'all at work right now? How was you guys' weekends? How are you guys feeling about the crypto market? Do you guys think we're on the bull run? The bulls are in control. Or you think we're going lower? What do you guys think? I like getting the public sentiment. See how people feel. Lamont there. Hey, we're doing something right. Lamont's watching. How you guys feeling about the market in general on the plantation? We're working, man. We're working. We'll get you off of there.
We'll help you escape. Don't you worry.
Sideways. Yeah, it does feel a little sideways, doesn't it? Hey, Chris, I'm with you. Hey, all right. So listen, if y'all want me to take a look at these charts and give y'all a technical view, let me get a like and a share. And I'll pop these charts up. We'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at Ethereum. We'll look at the big guys, and maybe I'll throw in one of the small guys for you guys too. Kurt, what's up? Everybody who's watching at work, on the way to work, lunch. Some people might be on lunch breaks. We're stuck in the range. We're about to break out of that range, Brandon. I feel confident on that. What King Richard is talking. I feel. Hey, y'all want to see these charts? Just give me a like and a share. Give me a like and a share. We got some really cool things going on. Just in general in this space. You know, myself, Asmeret, the whole team. We have some really big plans to try to bring you guys a ton of value, a ton of value, where people can be financially empowered, make money. Cool projects on the way. So, and anything we're involved in, we're gonna make sure that is up to par and that is right for our people. So we'll make sure you guys are really, really excited. All right. I'm getting the love. Give Asmeret some hearts, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop this chart open, and we'll take a look at Bitcoin first.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'm in hot Houston. Where you guys at? Comment your city. Where you guys at? Anybody in Texas? Where's my Texas people at?
Represent.
Yeah, rep your city. Where you guys commenting from? From 3rd Ward, Trade Coast Ward, Houston, Texas. All right, so let me pop this chart open. Give Asmeret some hearts and some shares, and we'll show you guys what this chart's talking about.
Likewise for Yusuf. Show him some love.
And hey, Chris, I just seen your message when I got on this live too, man. That's gonna be super exciting, man. I would love to link up with you, man, for sure. That'll be too cool. Hot Atlanta. Okay. What's up, Memphis? What's up, DC? I mean, I love Louisiana, man. I got the best food in the world. The best food in the world. Let me log out of all this stuff because I know it's just a matter of time before I get that embarrassing message like, you forgot to pick up your Spider-Man pajamas at the laundromat. It's a matter of time before somebody busts me out. It's going to be all bad. All right.
So is it Ripple and Bitcoin Cash that are growing the chain? What are the coins that are driving this right now?
Which coins is leading in technicals? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. So over the week, apparently they're the growth leaders. So it'd be interesting to see.
You know, I mean, iOS did really good over the week, and then IOTA did really well. You know, particularly with the news surrounding them. So they both did well. Ethereum had a nice little bounce on it, more of a bounce than I was even anticipating. But I want to show you guys some stuff, and I'm gonna chart this live. You know, I think it's cool to chart live when you can. Show you guys a little something. So
yeah, that's what I heard over the week. The cryptocurrency market value had grown over 50. They've added over $50 billion just in the last week.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see the technicals on that.
You know, we're in in cryptocurrency, it's a big emotional thing. It's like a hooray or despair. It's like when we're dropping, everybody's in despair. When we bouncing, everybody's like, hooray, we're back. So hopefully we can add just a little bit of balance to this. Let me see. Where else you guys ripping from? Let me see. Cincinnati. I'm gonna be in Cincinnati. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna be in Cincinnati. Actually, I was gonna be in Cincinnati. Hey Chris, Monero's having a hard time, bro. I'll take a look. I'll pull Monero up for you. So, all right, Asmeret, do you mind if I share my screen?
I can't see it yet.
I'm asking. I'm about to share. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. All right, party people. Give me a like if y'all can see my screen. Do y'all see it?
Yes.
Hey, Barbara. What's up? All right, so check this out. This is the thing I'm looking at with Bitcoin. So I'm gonna chart this up real quick. Man, the sun really just came out. It's extra disrespectful right now. Hold on, guys. I gotta move. It's like super, super hot. And you know, in Texas, if you give this heat a chance, it will take that chance. Hopefully, I don't get bit up by mosquitoes. All right, so here we are on Bitcoin, right? So this is the thing. This is where a lot of people see the market, and this is where I am and where I see the market currently. So the argument was that we're in like this big ascending wedge, like this, something like this, right? So in an ascending, where we had a higher price, we came from a higher price right here in Bitcoin. I'm giving you guys a big picture because if you get the big picture, you'll understand the smaller picture. And then you'll typically see like a rejection within these corners, right? And then, so this is where everybody thought Bitcoin was going, back up to the $9,000 level, just to come back here. And this is what when I say they, I just mean the popular technical view. So it will continue ranging here until it finally broke out down here. It came up here and then worked its way back down. So the drop on this is going to be the measurement over here. So of the opening. So that's about 55%. So the drop on here would have brought us at the breakout to about, what's that? About $3,300. And there's some fib or some support confluence there. So, but this is the issue that I was having with Bitcoin, is that although that's a possibility, what I've seen in Bitcoin, let me just erase this real quick. So what I seen in Bitcoin was this. We had this huge zone right here, guys. And this zone took a lot of interest to create. We broke down from this zone. You see this large engulfing bar, and we popped right back up. Even back here, you can see where this zone has confluence, right? So it was resistance here. We broke down. And guys, I use this. I look at support and resistance, and I pay a lot of attention to it. So this area right here, right around the $7,500, it was major support and resistance, right? Where we rejected here, this is back in November of 2017. We popped down, we broke up, we retested, we went all the way up to the high, and that was around December, December of 2017. We broke all the way back down. As you see, we broke that 7,500, we popped right back up, and we seen new highs, right? So then we broke the 7,500 again. We almost retested it, and then we came back down and we broke it again. So guys, look at this. So now we went all the way back up. We broke it. I disregard this day, these last 2 days, because this is over the weekend. So weekends, we really can't factor that much into technicals. So I have to disregard, making sure I'm not getting bitten by mosquitoes. So I have to disregard or not take too much consideration these days. So when we broke above 7,600, everyone was saying this was an inverted head and shoulders. It was time to buy. I did not buy because I really thought that this 7,500 was going to act as strong resistance. And as you can see, when the week started and the indexes started rolling and the money started moving again, we crashed right below the $7,500, $7,600 range. So what am my thoughts is that this whole, and I'm sharing this because it's a very popular view, but I don't think this is the pattern that we're in. Like this pattern, I don't think we're in this pattern at all, to be honest. I don't. If we were in this pattern, we should have continued from this point and made it back up to the $9,000 range. And I didn't see that happening. I didn't see us getting past $8,000. Even if we did buy up, I didn't see us getting past $8,000. And as you can see right now, we're rejecting again from this area. So this is a really important area to pay attention to. Now, I am in some shorts, but I'm not heavily in shorts. So I'm giving you guys an idea of how I'm trading it. Just because I want to see us break this area right here. I want to see us make a new low. This area right here. We haven't made a new low. So when you're trading, what we're looking for is higher highs and lower lows. We're making lower highs and higher lows. So because I haven't made a new low, I can't put the house on this trade. You know, I think there's room to fall, but $7,300, something like that, that's not a whole bunch of space. I want to see us break this 7,300, and then I want to see us break the $7,000. Once we break $7,000, then I could really start getting interested in Bitcoin as far as the fall, as far as the decline, and then I could increase my positions on my shorts and take it lower. If this trade was to turn around for me, then my risk is very, very minimal, less than 1%, I believe, or right at 1%, I believe. So this is a high, I wouldn't say a high risk, but I would say it's fairly medium risk trade zone. But I think that we're going to close today bearish. And another thing to pay attention to, and this is something Mark Moss actually pointed out to me. He's actually the one that told me about the potential manipulation on these exchanges. So I have to give him his credit. One of these days, I'm going to do these videos and not have to give Mark Moss any credit. But as of right now, I still have to give him some credit. But what he showed me was on the 6th of every month, Bitcoin hits like a pivot point where it turns and changes direction. So when he told me this, I was like, no way. Because, you know, the whole 666 things, like the devil's in the details. I'm like, no, well, I don't want to believe this. Like, I do not want to believe the 6 has anything to do with price, because then it would lead me to believe that there is a lot more market influence and manipulation than once previously, and thought of, anticipated. And then, the 6 of all the numbers is like, I don't want to believe that. But check this out. So let's take a look at this. I'm gonna erase all of this, right? And let me just grab a tool here. And you guys tell me if I'm crazy, right? So let's take a look at the last 6 we was at. It was right here. The 6, and we were at our highs right here. Let's take a look at the prior 6. We're at our lows down here. All right, let's take a look at the 6 before that. We're at our highs up here. Let's take a look at the 6 before that. Where am I at? We're at our lows down here. And I think you guys get the point. This continues on. It's more clear this year. Last year wasn't all that clear. So it could just be a coincidence. But if it is a coincidence, that's a pretty scary coincidence. So, and I don't know. I don't know if it really is a coincidence. So we're looking at these 6, right? We're like, okay, so where are we now then? If the 6 has anything to do with price, which we could speculate on that. What would the 6 mean? Let's say between the 5th and the 8th. Give ourselves some wiggle room. What would the 6 mean this time? Well, I don't think. Well, I think it just means a change of direction, right? So does that mean we'll sell off maybe 2 or 3 days and then bounce back up? That's a possibility. Because if you look at it like this, let me show you. If this is indeed the pattern that we're in, where am I at? What am I looking for? No. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. So let's say this is the pattern that we're in, right? So if we are in this pattern like this, does that mean we'll sell off for like another day or two, bounce off of here for that 6, and then bounce back up? That's a possibility. And then that would get us closer to the 8,700 and then sell back off. That's a possibility. So I'm really small and I'm really careful right now for the next couple of days. I see two outcomes. I see an outcome as we're selling down here, and then right on that 5th to 8th date, we get a recovery and bounce back up here, forming a double bottom. That's possible. I will still be long-term bearish, even if that does happen. Or I'm seeing us go straight through here, bounce back up, and then within that price range, within that date range between the 5th and the 8th, for us to sell down. So it could go a couple of different ways. So I'm really paying close attention to this area to see what happens. What I'm telling you guys is to watch the $7,000 and $7,200 range to see if we, one, get there, which I think we will get there. See if we bounce from there or if we break from there. If we break the 300 billion market cap, then I think we're going way, way lower. But see, there's some other things that I'm looking at in the market as well outside of Bitcoin. When I'm looking at Ethereum, when I'm looking at EOS, when I'm looking at IOTA, when I'm looking at a lot of other alt projects, they have very clear long-term selling technicals. So, you know, it's very possible that we sell through this imaginary structure and break out and break down. So just pay attention. Pay attention the next couple of days. Don't get overly excited. Don't get overly anxious. Just pay attention to these levels that I'm telling you to. These mosquitoes trying to eat me up. So the $7,000 and $7,200 range, pay attention to that. And then if we break up above 7,700, then obviously I think we're going along to 8,700. And that was my plan. If we break above 7,700, and I'm on record on that as well, that I was going to take it to 87. If we bounce from there, then I'm going to take it down to 7,072, just because there's a huge potential that we may break out and see lower prices. So for the long-term holders and investors, this is the same sentiment. If you're in Bitcoin, in crypto, whatever it is, I don't think we're going to be here very, very long. It has potential where it could turn into something else. Like, I'm taking a look at the monthly chart, for instance. I'm going to show you guys this, and then I'll be done. I'll turn it back over to Asmeret. Let me get out a log scale too. So we see this here, right? And this is the other thing I'm worried about, is that we had a bearish month, that is reversal candle, bearish month, bullish month, and then we had a bearish piercing candle. And what that means is that the month is greater than 50% of this bullish candle, right? So if I was to cut this candle in half, let's say it was somewhere around here, right? We close below that area. So we could retest even back up to $8,000. That's possible for us to retest back up to 8,000 and then to sell back down. But this monthly candle is letting me know that this month is under a lot of selling pressure, under a ton of selling pressure. So even if we turned around this month, I don't think we would have like an engulfing candle where we go above 9,000, 9,300. If we're looking at the larger time frames, it appears to me, and it's not financial advice, not recommendation, but it appears to me that the bears, the sellers, the selling pressure is still under control. They're still in control and it's still in full effect. Hold on, let me see if I'm getting any comments. LA, what's up? Hey, Tsunami, South Central LA. And let me take a look at Monero for my mans real quick, and I'm gonna turn back over to you, Asmeret. So you can see Monero is the same thing, only more bearish, because we had this bearish candle, right? This long rejection wick, almost like a firecracker, right? It's long. We went all the way up here and rejected hard and closed here. We had this bullish candle, right? Rejected hard but closed bullish. And then we opened up, went a little bit higher, and closed bearish. And this close is lower than this close, this close, this close, this close, and this close. This close, when I say close, meaning we closed this month in Monero at 156. 156 is lower than the close of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last months. This is the lowest close we've had in the last 5 months. That lets me know Monero's under a ton of selling pressure. Can it turn around? Absolutely. Absolutely it can. It can come over some great news, whatever it is, absolutely. I wouldn't buy it right now. Just because I see it's under a ton of selling pressure, and this month, I expect for another bearish close, even as low as sub $100 within the next month. So right now, the bears are in full control, in my view. But again, we don't need to, where we are right now, even if Monero was to drop down to $44, find some support around here, we can get here really quick and turn around and have historic highs again. So for me, it's no need to panic, no need to, go crazy. It's just a matter of understanding where I think we are and then helping you understand where maybe you think we are. If you're bullish, buy. If you're bearish, I would say, unless you're an active day trader, just hold and relax. And if you can accumulate more at the bottom, accumulate more. I don't want to keep talking about, the reason why we got into the space and the fundamentals, but I can't stress enough, when we start seeing infrastructure and inroads being made and money coming into the space, then these are great things. Even if it's not reflective in price right away, these are great things that we should be cognizant of and be excited about. So I'll be accumulating some more myself. I trade, so I do things a little bit differently, and sometimes I miss out on opportunities too, where people that hold, they participate. So it's a give and a take. So Monero, I think we're going to see much lower lows on Monero. Let me see. I don't stress, just keep adding. There we go, Marcellus. What's up, Joe? What's up, Cocho? What else? Any other coins? All right, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Let me take a look at EOS, because I'm actually going to trade EOS. I'm going to get in that. Yeah, I'm actually about to get in EOS. I like EOS. I like the sell. See, this is what I was looking for in EOS. You see, here's the thing with EOS. When we broke above here, see, and this is the crazy thing about the weekends, guys. You see price pumping, you get a little excited, like, man, I want to get in this, but you have to be very careful, because EOS broke this area right here, which was a major resistance area. So when you see this break, you're like, wow, we're going bullish. And by any means, looking at it like, yeah, this is bullish. When you break $13.8, $14, that's clearly a bullish technical, no matter how you want to slice it. But I was pretty confident that we were going to correct King Sunday, Monday, really come Monday. So, and as you can see, Monday is here and we're right back below this line. So yeah, I might short EOS back down to around $8. I think we're gonna see somewhere between $8 and $10 again on EOS. I don't see how we avoid it. So yeah, right now I'm still short. I'll probably load in my positions. I'm in some very small positions right now, but I'm gonna get heavier tonight once we clear some more levels that I'm looking for, so we can try to make a few dollars. Uh, I'm done, Asmeret. I'm done running my mouth.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. Another thing which was quite prominent, quite interesting, was the trend of decentralized exchanges, or better known as DEX. So there was a news that came out that said ZRX coin will lead the cryptocurrency market with decentralized exchanges because of its protocol. It's specifically designed to be able to have all of the decentralized exchange work on this. So the protocol is one of the three key things that we look for in respect to coins that will do well in the future. So scalability, interoperability, and protocol. So it's quite massive because, as you can imagine, with the internet era, with the advent of TCP/IP, which was the language and the system of rules that govern how the internet, how different computers would talk to each other. Same goes for 0x in respect to decentralized exchanges. So a lot of people have been getting excited about this because this is something which will eliminate costs when you're trading, and also in terms of the power that people would take over. For example, with Coinbase or Binance, which are centralized exchanges, one of the issues, even if we go back to Mt. Gox example, when they got hacked, one of the problems is the custody of the private keys. It's normally with the centralized exchanges. Or if there's a fork about to happen on a coin and you need those coins, you're going to have to get them off the exchanges and put them in a wallet late, before the fork happens. So one of the key things with 0x is it will operate on a smart contract basis. So it will match orders between buyers and sellers with each other, and it will be done offline. It will be the order book will be offline as opposed to online. One of the problems with centralized exchanges is that they're prone to hacking. And with Mt. Gox's example, when they got hacked, those funds that were stolen were not recoverable. They weren't recoverable. And one of the solutions that 0x will be able to do is have this off the internet, and be able to match the buyers and sellers, and you only pay when the transaction is settled in 0x, in ZRX coins. So that's one of the key innovations that's happening with 0x. And what people have also realized is that the team behind 0x, they used to work with Coinbase. So one of the rumors about Coinbase was that they're going to implement, they're going to have 0x, ZRX coins listed alongside the existing ones, but then they'll also have 0x is very close to how it would be perfect with GDAX as well in terms of working. And that's something which long term 0x will do well. Right now, I believe the price is down, but again, that's with the market, the ups and downs. But in the future, it will drive it will spearhead the move towards decentralized, the adoption of decentralized exchanges. So that's quite exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And so guys, Asmeret is looking at the fundamentals, the meat and potatoes, the infrastructure to these altcoins and these projects. So when she's saying like it's going to do well, what she's saying is what that is expected to do well based on X amount of metrics. She's not promising you that's going to do well. She's not telling you to invest your money and you're going to be a millionaire. But what she's saying is based on the information she's receiving fundamentally, that this project is over time is expected to do well amongst many others. So I want to be clear with that because I know I don't want people, getting the wrong message or being confused, and understand that where she's sourcing her information from is through research and through credible sources that obviously, that these coins have a lot of potential. So, um, like one coin that she mentioned to me, or maybe we did on Zoom, was like Nulls. That did really well since the time that I got into it, from your recommendation. So, but I also understand as a investor. So, trading is a way is a means of investing, of course, but it's short term investing. But long term investing, if I'm in 0x, I'm in Nulls, I'm in a few of these other coins, I'm not really looking at it too much, you know. So if Asmeret said, "Hey, Yusuf, buy this, whatever it is, it goes up 10%, goes down 10%." I'm that's investment I'm looking for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So I want you guys to not get too spoiled on the fact that cryptocurrency things happen fast. I mean, typical investing, if you can see gains in a year, 2 years, which I think even in Bitcoin, I think we're going to see really good returns across the board, no matter where you are in crypto within the next year to 2 years. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's super simple stuff. It's almost no brainer stuff. So I know we all want the cheapest and the best price, but at the same time, I think no matter where you are, you're going to end up doing well if you invest in good projects, proven coins. I think everybody will end up on the right side of history. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited about
Mm-hmm.
that. So yeah, I'm gonna stop my screen share. Let me see if anybody else had any other coins before I do that, and then we'll talk some crap for a little bit. Any other coins you guys want to see before? Because I could tell you, 9 out of 10 times, if you guys ask me just to open up a coin, it's going to be bearish. But I can give you the bearish technicals on it. So Nano BTC was one of the coins I was watching, and I was looking for a pop right around 5,200 satoshis, I believe, or 6,000 satoshis, something like that. As you can see, we didn't get it. And I mentioned Nano to somebody somewhere, so I wanted to make sure I bring this up. We're seeing all-time lows, and that's a coin that I like. So that's something that it's on my watch list. And maybe next time we go live, or when it's time and I'm loading up on Nano, I'll call it. We could see a lot lower lows, but we're seeing historic lows, so that's really interesting. Whenever we start seeing historic lows, historic highs, it really gets my interest for one direction or another. So watch Nano. Watch Nano. We could see some really low prices, and it could be one of those coins that do really well for 2018, 2019. Any other coins? I would like to know about the key technical fundamental. Poly. Let me take a look at Poly. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on a. Poly doesn't have a USD pair, does it? No, it doesn't. It's on decline. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, so Poly just broke this level of. Let me get out of this zone. So Poly just broke this support area. So I consider this to be support. You can really say this is support and it hasn't broke it yet, but I don't think so. I consider this to be support right here. With the exception, even excluding these little wicks, these little bodies right here. So I think Poly's in for a little discount. Yeah, I think Poly's in. I mean, but that's really no surprise because the whole market right now is discounting. I might not have Theta, might not have Nubble. Let me see if I have it. Oh, wow. Oh, so Theta's really interesting because we're forming a double top here. Like right here. So we could do something like this. Yeah, and come down another 11% or so. Yeah, so I mean, Theta, if we don't get a bounce here, yeah, we could drop another 11, 10 to 15% on Theta. Let me see if I have Nubble. So I mean, I'm not telling you guys anything new, but what I am sharing is maybe some type of targets Wow. Netta's having a hard day. What was you going to say, Asmeret?
I wanted to add on Thera, it's a bandwidth sharing project. It was started by the co-founders of Twitch and YouTube, and that they do have major partnerships. Major players, Sony and Samsung, also invested. So long term, that will do well.
Okay, well, Theta's is on a discount. You said YouTube's involved?
Yes, the founder of YouTube, of Twitch and YouTube.
That's tight.
The co-founder, I should say.
Yeah, so Nebel is sitting at, what's that, 10,000 Satoshis? Yeah, I mean, we can come back down to 7,000 Satoshis on Nebel. We had some support here. So I think it's breaking support. That's what it looks like to me. We broke, kind of hovered around it, we pushed back down. So it looks like we're breaking support a little bit on Nebel. So we could come down. So the whole market has a real opportunity to come down. Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're the leaders of the pack. Bitcoin's in a weird, funky space right now, technically. So I'm really cautious with it. Not doing anything crazy. But if we break $7,000 on Bitcoin, then yeah, I'm definitely going to load up on my positions and short it again. Yeah, that was fun. Technical analysis is always fun. I'm going to quit my share now. Yeah, so are you ready to sing us a song today, Asmeret?
Oh, no. Why you put me on my spot? No.
Days we gotta get.
I'm keeping well, it depends what the viewers do. So if we can have like maybe 100 people, I will sing.
What?
100 people. That's the challenge on our next weekly mark.
If we go live
on the next one,
live
100 people and I sing.
I'm gonna get 100 people to come myself. No problem.
I'll be warming up
my
vocals.
Who wants to hear Asmeret sing? Let's get a like for Asmeret.
100 people, at least.
And she sings and she raps.
Oh no! Why? Why did he say that? Oh my days!
She did a remix of T.I. What was that? What was that T.I. remix you did?
ASAP and No Mediocre.
Let me tell y'all something. Like Asmer's obviously a black woman, right? But she has this British accent. So like, I don't allow her to say the N-word, guys. I don't allow her to say the N-word. I'm like, listen, I'm highly offended. Like, you can sing the songs and whatever, but I'll be highly offended. Highly. Like, you don't get to say the N-word. Not around me.
I prefer to say king and queen or niggas or niggesty, which is African for king and queen. So that's how I would. I think I'll have to replace the words with that on any rap song that I do.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like, I prefer kings and queens. Y'all know I'm always calling somebody a king. I'm always calling somebody a queen. That's just what I do. But around my homeboys, sometimes things slip out. But I prefer, that we address each other as such. What's everybody doing? Man, I can't see my comments again. That's crazy. Oh, here it is.
I'll double check. I think they're laughing. I'm seeing Eric and Joe laughing. Get me 100 people, and I'll do it.
Yeah, Asmeret, 100 people. She's gonna break.
Yes. No, and I'm not going to ask anyone to choose the particular songs. I'll have to do it myself. But yeah.
No, we gotta take requests from the audience. What do you mean?
No.
We get 100 people live. We gotta take requests from the audience. That lets us know that they are loyal, true fan base.
You know what's funny though? It's
as we're saying, I'm gonna give y'all bars. I'm gonna give you like a 16 bar scheme, Pusha T style. No, I'm just playing. I can't. I have like no talents. Thank God I can look at charts. Because I have can't sing, can't do any rap, can't dance. I dance like P. Diddy. I'm all off beat. I'm only on beat in my mind.
I think that there was previously
Jeremiah, what's up, bro?
there was a crypto song or something that was
Jeremiah,
released.
tell him I know how to get my boogie on. Tell him I know how to boogie. See, me and this guy Jeremiah, we used to do like these little line dances, like back in like I guess college. Like he was like the only real like college boy. Like he was like the smart dude. Boy, we used to have all the little moves. Pop collars. We used to pop our collars back in the day. Woo, you couldn't tell us nothing. You couldn't tell us nothing.
Yeah, so just to add, I think I saw one of the comments talk about ONT, ontology. That's a long-term winner.
That's a long-term coin that she believes is going to be a winner. I have to come behind her and paraphrase because I know somebody is going to be like, Asmeret told me it was a winner. All it takes is one person. You know, like we're all grown folks. Do your own research, your own due diligence, invest, don't invest, whatever you decide to do. We're going to share with you what we want to do, what we see, how we see the markets turning out, and let y'all make decisions. But moving on to some other cool stuff, like, man, we got some super cool stuff in the works. Like, just some stuff that we can get involved with the community and just, like, create, like, a movement, create, like, a brand, you know, for things that empower us, for us, by us. So I'm super excited. You know, I want to speak on so many things, but I want to make sure the ink dries and everything is put together and comes to fruition. But within the next couple of weeks, I'm really looking forward to potentially bringing some super cool projects or being part of bringing some super cool projects with the assistance of and with the partnership of Asmeret and other great minds to just bring guys a ton of value. So that's going to be super, super cool. Super dope. Where's Jeremiah at? Smooth. Hey, Jeremiah. Hey.
I just saw the comment there as well.
Hey, you know that Snoop Dogg song, Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like we had this little dance we used to do to this Snoop Dogg. Oh, man. I'm telling you. Like right now, 2018, it might look a little corny. But back then, 2000, what was that? 6, 7, 8? Telling you, the dance was mean. 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 All right, so yeah, it's been about an hour, Crypto Azzy. So I'll let you say the final words, the closing statements. The floor is yours.
What shall I say? Okay, so I have been looking at several coins. I think another thing I wanted to do was next week, if we get not just the singing part, but if I get maybe another 100 viewers as well, I'm going to give you a very special coin recommendation as well.
Whoa.
And this one will be big. So
whoa.
I want to do something special since I may as well go all out. So
whoa, hey, I'm telling you now that really got my attention. We get the coin rec. Hey, listen, I'm like low key happy because that's money I'm not spending on recommendations. So I'm getting free listen, guys, y'all need to come to the video, like, share, tag your friends so Asmeret can do the recommendation. Save me some money. That'll be fantastic. And y'all get a free coin. So everybody wins. That's like super dope. Does anyone not know about Green Rush 6 items? I could probably help connect you with somebody or get your email, Chris, so you can contact somebody, because we're not really part of the Green Rush project so much. I mean, we kind of, we hear about it. We kind of work like in the same building, if that's what you're gonna call it, but we're not really part of it. So Ito says go all out. I missed the proposal. Marcellus, check the replay. Check the replay. Freestyle battle. What I'm telling you right now, Chris. Hey, Christopher Kent, I'll give somebody bars. Pusha T to like Draco. Telling you, freestyle battle on deck. And we'll rap strictly about cryptos. We need to do a cryptocurrency freestyle, Asmeret.
Oh no. I didn't say
Man.
freestyle, yo.
Well, we need like a production. It can't be like just me in my backyard, you know. Like we need if we're gonna give you guys bars, we need a proper production. So maybe we can holler at Boyce. Maybe he can put his camera team behind us. We'll give y'all proper production. Yeah, this
But
is fun.
that is a challenge though. What do you reckon, Crypto Walker? If I'm not sure about freestyling, but if I do have my bars ready, I can rap them. I'll I don't know how the flow will be, but you know, no,
Listen, I'll be honest.
it's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I'll grow from it.
You can sing, but your flow's kind of broken. Your flow's broke. Just stick to singing. Stick to singing.
Okay.
Your flow's a little broken, but if you want to give us bars, I mean, we'll accept the bars.
We'll see. That's the challenge. We'll see how it turns out.
Let's make it cryptocurrency related. So we'll sing a song and some bars, cryptocurrency, or not, or we'll just give you guys the information. So we'll see. It's up to you guys. If y'all want to make it fun and exciting, we'll make it fun and exciting. If y'all want to make it just informational and little jokes here and there, we'll do that too. So this is your platform. When I say your, Black blockchain investing and all these brands and platforms, and this is yours, the people's platform. So however y'all want to do it, we'll do it. I don't care. We'll always make sure you get the value. Always make sure you get the information. That's going to happen regardless. So if you can have a little fun and laugh a little bit, I don't see why not. So I'm done. Asmeret.
Over and out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace. Love, family. Talk to y'all later.